So Brother Azan says, I heard the one who dies in a state of sin will be raised up in the same state, and the one who died in a state of Hajj would be raised like that as well. Can you please explain how? This complies with the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he says a person would be resurrected in the same state that he died in. So what does that mean? There are a number of hadiths. For instance, a person who dies in the state of Hajj, as mentioned. The Prophet told us ﷺ that he will be resurrected on the day of judgment wearing his ihram clothes, the two towels, and saying the talbiyah, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, where everybody's terrified and scared on the day of judgment. This guy will continue to raise his voice with the talbiyah, so that everybody knows that this died in the state of ihram, which is an honorable state, which is a high level of good deeds. Likewise, the Prophet told us ﷺ that when a person dies as a martyr, he will be resurrected on the day of judgment where his wounds are intact as they were in this dunya. However, the wound is gushing blood. The color is the color of blood, but the smell is the smell of musk, which also is a pleasant sight to see, when everyone looks at him and knows that this guy is a martyr. So imagine those drunkards, those drug addicts, junkies, those who are indulged in prostitution or fornication and adultery. Imagine their distress, depression, and sorrow when they compare themselves to such a scene on the day of judgment. Also, there are sins. So the Prophet told us ﷺ that whoever embezzles or takes something unlawfully from the booty of war before it's being distributed, that would be stealing, and it would burn on him on the day of judgment. Even more, the Prophet said that those who betray the trust that was put on them, specifically and especially those who govern, those who rule, those who manage Muslim assets or Muslim lands. So this includes the Muslim rulers, the governors, the managers, everyone who has authority. The Prophet says, whoever betrays the trust would come on the day of judgment with a flag raised up to or next to his buttocks, showing everyone that this man has betrayed the trust that was given to him. This means that we have to be fearful with what deeds Allah will conclude our existence on earth. So even if you're holding the remote control, trying to flip between channels of haram entertainment, movies, series, music channels, inappropriate channels, you should be afraid that you may get a heart attack, you may die all of a sudden while flipping the channels. If you're putting your headset and listening to music, you should be fearful that your hour may come, your time may come while doing this sin, and you will be resurrected on the day of judgment doing that particular sin, and everybody would see you do that. And this is something to be careful about. May Allah Azza wa Jal protect us all.